Today we're going to do a video on the unboxing of the SheIngKa waterproof housing and battery. The reason for the backpack is as all GoPros, the backpack is necessary because the battery is so weak and it doesn't last very long. So GoPro invented or made this additional battery backpack, which actually helps quite a bit with the allowing us to film a lot longer. But in the case of the Hero 5, we still did not have a way to make this last longer. Obviously, you cannot put a backpack on the back of the Hero 5 because you have the problem of the screen in the back, and if you do that, it blocks the screen and it's not useful. Yet in addition to that, if you wanted to put a backpack on this, there is no insert or plug as you have in the other older versions of the GoPro. So I can see how this would present a problem for the GoPro company, and how would you then create a battery backup for the GoPro Hero 5. Now I understand that this is not a GoPro product, but this is an aftermarket, obviously an aftermarket thing, and so you know you're not putting in something that is a GoPro issued product. As I said, this is an aftermarket device made by some company in order to compensate for the fact that GoPro just didn't have something that would fit the Hero 5, at least not yet. And what happened was, you can see that if you try to use this product, what happens is you expose the door to, and it no longer is waterproof without a case. So that's why this company developed the case and also the extended battery backpack. But now, instead of putting it on the back of the GoPro 5, Hero 5, they put it on the side. So that's the reason behind that. So let's take a look inside the box. That's what we're doing here. We're checking out what is inside this box, so that, and how does it work. So let's take a look at that. It comes in a pretty nice wrapper, and I'm going to go ahead and start by cutting the cellophane off. We'll go ahead and just kind of trim, and we see if we can slide this box out. It does slide out nicely, and right here we have the contents of the box. What we see here is they have these desiccant silica gels that you have to start using in situations where you have housings. And see how the foam it's well packed. I mean, I tried to take the box out by unsliding, and it fits in there very nicely. So this would make it really, really good to store your product in between uses. So here is the waterproof box or housing, and it has a clip that is very similar to the GoPro 5 or GoPro, the GoPro 3.1 housing. It doesn't have that little button, and it opens up very nicely, pretty easily, and so that's how that works. And it's got this new knob that has the two wings, makes it easier to turn and tighten, and it looks like it's fairly well constructed. It's got a nice rubber gasket and a little bit of cushioning in back here. So it looks like it's pretty well made. I can see that there's a piece of cellophane over the front of the lens that we'll remove later. Then in the box is the actual battery. Here is the charger cord, and that's about it. I don't see anything else that really is in the box. No directions, so not very good with directions. I can see there's nothing else in the box. So if you have a question about how this works, well, it's pretty intuitive anyway. So, but I can see that there is a protective housing over the barbs here, and I'll just go ahead and remove that, and it comes right off, see, like so. Okay, so we can see that pretty easy to do. You slide the door out and it comes right off. So that's what you need to do. Now the housing lines up with the ring in the back, and it fits in like so. Everything seems to be pretty well fitting. I can see that it already is charging up my GoPro. You can see that with this in here, the indicator in the LCD screen is that it is charging. So that's kind of interesting. The GoPro thinks that it's charging. So let's try putting this into the case, like so. And yes, it does work properly. So we can see that it is possible, and you can see from the LCD screen that it is filming, or it is, at least the LCD screen comes on. You cannot use it, but then you have this charging light that we see frequently with these aftermarket chargers, battery pack. So yes, it does look like it works pretty well. I don't know how well it's going to work when in use, but what I'm thinking is that I will do a follow-up video on this to show you just how good the case is, and it does increase the weight of the case. So if you're going to put this on your head, I don't think it's going to work very well because it's quite heavy. But if you have it mounted on your bike, or if you're mounted on your dash cam, or if you have it mounted elsewhere, I think it would work very well. Like for instance, I would mount this on my kayak on a post, and I think that this would continue to operate quite well. It does have a rather balanced feel, because now it's unlike having your GoPro with just, you know, a small little thing to grip. It does give you a little bit more to grip. So I guess for some people, they may find that good. They may be able to stabilize your shot a lot better, because now you can use two hands. But I think as a whole, this does do what it says it's going to do. You can see that it's still charging there, and so it seems to be doing the job. So we'll give you a little bit more information later as time goes on, and we'll see how well this works with the GoPro Hero 5. Now the question is, will this work with the GoPro Hero 6? And don't really know. I can't really tell you if it does or not, but I would assume it would, because the GoPro Hero 6 has the same body shape as Hero 5, but the manufacturer does not state whether it would work with the Hero 6. So I can't really say that. So let's see if this will turn off here. So you can see the button does work and it's functional. Let's see if we can do all the functions. We'll turn it on, and you can see the Hero 5 symbol comes on, and I will start let's rotate through, see if we can take a picture. Took a picture. Let's see if I can take a movie, and it is now filming. So it appears to be working pretty well. And so that's all I have to say for now. I think I'm pretty, the only things that I would have to say is that it is a bit heavy, and we already talked about that, but it looks like it was going to do the job and that we intended to. Let's compare that to the GoPro Hero, which is a more of a economy GoPro, which I use kind of frequently with the Wasabi backpack. That weighs a lot less than this. You can see the size differential in this versus this, and how this one is. I put this on my helmet, but I don't think I could put this on my helmet because it's a little bit too heavy. Okay, so that's about it. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope it works for you. Until next time.